Hi. If you're looking for a course on Kubernetes services on Google Cloud Platform to learn with interactive lectures along with practices, then grab this course. This course fulfills your requirements and this course title is Kubernetes on Google Cloud Platform. Now, let's go through the course objectives. In this course, you will be learning about the introduction to Google Cloud Platform, to create and access the Google Cloud Platform, that is GCP, further to create and access Kubernetes clusters on GCP through kubectl, building Kubernetes container image in GKE cluster, deploying an application on GKE cluster, exploring on scaling up and scaling down Kubernetes deployments in cluster, to deploy pods using ConfigMaps consisting of data, use secrets to encrypt sensitive information in GKE cluster, further to create and access namespaces in GKE cluster, then, understanding of multi-container pods on GKE cluster. Now, let's understand what is Google Cloud Platform. It is a suite of cloud computing services that runs on the same infrastructure that Google uses internally for its end user products. It also consists of a set of management tools that provides a series of modular cloud services including computing, data storage, data analytics, and machine learning. In this course, you will learn the fundamentals of GCP services, how to access the Google Cloud Platform, create Kubernetes cluster on GCP, and access it through kubectl, understanding the architecture of GCP and types of GCP, explore on deploying the applications to Google Kubernetes Engine Cluster, implementing scale up and scale down of Kubernetes deployments in cluster, understanding of config maps and secrets to store data to deploy pods, and further accessing the namespaces and multi-container in Google Kubernetes Engine Cluster. This course is designed for a specific target audience, such as cloud administrators, cloud application developers, DevOps developers, cloud architects. The prerequisites for taking this course are basic cloud infrastructure concepts, working knowledge on Linux platform, basic understanding of Linux commands. The course schedule include the lessons and the practices which illustrates the various concepts of Google Cloud Platform services and a lot of hands-on using various features of GCP. The course comprises of lesson 1, that is introduction to Google Cloud Platform. The practice for lesson 1 would have you to learn how to access Google Cloud Platform console and create a project in GCP account. In lesson 2, that is creating a Kubernetes cluster on GCP, the practice for lesson 2 includes how to create a Kubernetes cluster on Google Cloud Platform and to access the Kubernetes cluster on the GCP through kubectl. Further, in lesson 3, it is for deploying applications to Google Kubernetes Engine Cluster. The practice for lesson 3 would have you to learn about how to build a Kubernetes container image and deploy an application to Kubernetes cluster on Google Cloud Platform. Lesson 4, Scaling Kubernetes Deployments in GKE Cluster. The practice for lesson 4 includes learning to scale up and scale down an application deployed in Kubernetes cluster on Google Cloud Platform. Further, in lesson 5, it is about using config maps and secrets to store data to deploy pods. The practice for lesson 5 includes how to create config maps and secrets to store data to deploy the pods in Kubernetes cluster on Google Cloud Platform. Lesson 6, Accessing namespaces and multi-containers in GKE cluster. The practice for lesson 6 includes how to create and access the Kubernetes namespaces and the multi-containers in the Google Kubernetes Engine Cluster. To do the practice in this course, you need to set a practice environment, which includes GCP account to access the Google Cloud resources, GCP user account with admin privileges. Now, at the end of this lesson, let me summarize the information that you have got. And they are detailed course objectives, course description based on the objectives, course target audience, prerequisites for taking up this course, detailed course schedule, practice environment used in the course to do the practice.